Hello YouTube, Sam here from youtube.com/onlivegamer for the new Boston. And if you remember from the previous tutorial, we made this calculator right here. And now what we're going to do is we are going to start adding the code that will make our calculator work. So go ahead and open up the code for it. And I'll zoom in some here. Here is all of our subs that handle our buttons being clicked. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to come down below all of this, and we're going to start off by creating the functions that will add, subtract, multiply, and other stuff. So we'll create a private function add, and then we will byval num1 as double, and then we will byval num2 as double. So now what we're going to do is we need to return a value. So we will just return num1 plus num2. Now we'll go ahead and create that for subtract. So we'll start off with private function subtract, and we will byval num1 as double and num2 as double. Now what we're going to do is we'll just return num1 minus num2. Now we will create another function for dividing. So private function divide, and we will add the same arguments for subtract and addition. So we'll just copy this and paste it right here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to return num1 divided by num2. Now we'll create this for multiply. So private function multiply, and then we're going to have the same arguments as up here. And we will just return num1 times num2. Now we'll create that again for modulus, but instead of using a double for modulus, we're going to go ahead and use an integer, because if you use a double for modulus, you're always going to get the value 0. So we'll type private function modulus, and then we'll byval num1 as integer and num2 as integer. And we will just return num1 modulus num2. And we'll do this one more time for pi. And so we'll go ahead and create private function pi, and then we'll go ahead and add our arguments. So byval num1 as integer, and we only need one argument for this, or let's do double instead. And now we will just return num1 times math.pi. Now what we need to do is set a return type for each of these. So for pi, we'll just do as double, because we can possibly get a double. And for modulus, we're going to have to return an integer. And for the rest, we will just return them as doubles. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and come to our button add click sub, and we're going to add the two numbers that are in the text box. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the addition. So we'll type add, and then for our arguments we're going to go ahead and convert whatever text is in there to a double. So we'll go ahead and type ctype, and then we'll just type text num1 dot text. So what this is going to do is it's going to convert text num1 dot text to a string, and to a double. And to do this, we're going to add a comma and type double right there. Now you don't have to, when you're using ctype, you don't have to use it in an assignment, such as create a variable and then this variable equals ctype. You can do it on the fly inside arguments or wherever you want. So we'll just do that one more time for text num2 dot text, and then we'll go ahead and close that. Now we need something to store what add gives us back. So we'll go ahead and declare answer as double, and we will set it equal to whatever add gives us back when we call it, and give it the first number and the second number. And let's see what we got here. We need to convert this to a double. Okay, so go ahead and try this. We get all this code written down. Make sure you understand it. You can even play around a bit with it yourself to see if you can get it to show up in the third text box and to do other stuff. And once you understand everything, go ahead and move on to the next tutorial. And thanks for watching.